Hello everyone, Jacques from Dapper Shaves with another shave video. So I'm going to give Omnia a go. This is a lamb tallow based soap. I've hand lathered this once. It's a semi-hard soap. You guys know me in scents, but there's a little bit of, I don't know, orange in here, but I wouldn't call it citrus, and maybe some kind of spice. I don't know, but it's very subtle and very pleasant. That's how I can describe it. This is from Grooming department. The razor I'm going to use is the Smiling fellow. So as you guys know, I'm doing a little bit of a show and tell on the razors. So this is what this one looks like. And hopefully you can see the belly on there. This thing's got quite a beefy belly. You'll see that on this ridge line here. So, interesting Japanese razor. This is going to be my Cologne. I never talk about this at the end. We'll show you guys. So I don't apply Cologne or aftershave to my face. We'll talk about that. Also from Grooming department, you guys know this already, and I've got a loom on standby for grip and hopefully not for any cats or nicks. So the brush I'm going to use is the Simpson's Commadore based Exteme. And every now and again I might put on my glasses to try and look intelligent while I read some notes. Reiichi Saito is the man that is behind this razor and many others, and that's what I want to explore and cover here. So about the man, he revolutionized or revamped hairdressing and barbering in the 50s and 60s in Japan, and got things more to a Western standard that was previously the case. So these smiling razors you would have seen before, and you get them under different names. So first of all, Saito-san commissioned razors with the large manufacturers in Japan. And so, first of all, his company is the ribbon company, the ribbon trademark. So in Japan you would see many of these ribbon razors, and there's ribbon trademark razors in Japan. These razors you would also see, they would just have the SK1 on, like mine. I'll show that shortly. You get them also from the ribbon company. You get them, they are called ribbon T.S, and the T.S is for Shinohara, T Shinohara. That's also one of the large makers he collaborated with making razors, and also a very known swordsmith in Japan, the famous diamond brand, H Diamond. So Hayashi Ichitaro was a famous bladesmith, and H Diamond, Aichi, his name obviously, and Diamond, his company name, makes beautiful razors. I'll put in a link here of the 8000 the purple razor I shaved with a couple of weeks ago, if you want to go and have a look at that. But the H Diamond brand also made these smiling razors. Another company which you might have heard is Kikuboshi. And you would get these razors in a 165, well, that's the model number, or 165 Kikuboshi. That's one of the other large companies that produce these razors. Now, as I said, Saito-san revolutionized or revamped barbering, hairdressing in Japan in the 50s and 60s, opening various barber and hairdressing schools. And so if you translate barber hairdressing schools in Japan, and I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it, or maybe I will put in a link. Kamiyu Ryu Gaku. That translates to hairdressing barber school, KSG. So you would also see ribbon KSG brands. Detachable blades is also a brand in Tokyo with a KSG behind it, and all these things are linked to Saito. What else have we got here? He obviously was instrumental in, so first of all, his mind says SK1, it's got nothing else on. If you stretch this out, I think it's a 2-inch blade, 2.5-inch blade, extra hollow with a massive belly. Very similar to the Kurat, and I'll show you guys a couple of examples. I can't remember when was the last time I shaved with glasses on. So one of the razors he apparently developed for the barber school, I have a sneaky suspicion if this KSG thing is right, then this would be one of them. But also the rosette razors. And I'll show you guys an example of an 80. It's a 2-inch straight blade, but with exactly the grind for this. So Saito-san obviously had a good understanding that the heavy-bellied razors have got a benefit to them. I think he refers to them as double concave, but that's not concave. Concave is the indentation. I'm talking about the belly, this very pronounced belly. So I must admit, the soap is quite nice. The only real sheep-based soap I know is obviously the wool fat from Mitchell's wool fat, which is an awesome soap. This is very slick, and I've got a sneaky suspicion it would have nice post shave, but I would only know that after many continued uses. Let me quickly show you the rosette. Here we go, NOS, here's the ribbon on trademark. So you will see ribbon here at the bottom, Rosette 80. Here we go, it's only a 2-inch blade, but you would immediately see that prominent belly in here. This razor is brand new, NOS. I still need to own it. I'll shave that maybe on the next video. Beautiful one. I also had a couple of other models, a 24 and a 22, I think. Would be nice if we can find a couple of examples from them. Right. So if you follow my channel, you would have come to realize that I like razors with a heavy belly. I believe it provides extra stability behind the cutting edge. So ultra thin hollow grind edge, apex, but with a lot of muscle behind it to keep the edge stable, especially on tough beards, dense beards. So one thing I'm not really doing is a lot of skin stretching. And a lot of people will see this and try and shave this, especially the new guys. Skin stretching is an important component when wet shaving with a straight razor. If you've got your technique and edge, nicely under control, then you can shave with minimum skin stretching, but you will only get away with that on the easy areas. Dense areas, you're not always going to get a chop, as BBS smooth, I mean. So one of the big things I like about this razor, the corners, if you've got skin contact there or there, everything's always pointing away from the skin. So in that regard, there's less to worry about from a heel and toe perspective. I actually think it's a very friendly razor to shave with, and hence maybe the smile. Besides skin stretching, use short laps. I know everybody, not everybody, I don't know if it looks more, people think it's more impressive if you do long strokes like that. You'll never see a barber do that. So if you want to evolve your shaves, go back to the basic, short overlapping strokes. Guys, this soap's very slick. It reminds me a lot of Fernando's MSC soap. Same type of performance. Where I'm going against the grain, nothing really impressive. So who else made razors? These type of razors. We talked about Kikubushi. So quickly about Kikubushi. Kikubushi, up until 1941, was actually known as Takahane. And Takahane, in 1942, they changed their name to Kikubushi, and they became the first suppliers of Western shaving goods in Japan. So, very good shave, very close, nearly BBS. I think I'm going to quickly do a second pass. I've got 2 more Ayashi diamond razors in. I'll show you one. Once I've restored and honed them, I will do a share video with them. I think I'm going to concentrate on Japanese blades since I've started now, and continue with them. So maybe next I'll do a frame back, a Toa. So Toa is another brand that's also heavily tied back and associated with Saito. Guys, I really like the soap. That was a lot of water, but we'll fix that. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop there. From a speaking perspective, they've also made these razors with lesser smile, so they become straighter as you go up the line. So you would get the SK2 with less of a smile, and the SK3 with a very slight smile. And in fact, we've got a full set, not I. One of my Patreons has got quite a collection of razors. But in there, he has got NOS Kikubushi SK1, 2 and 3. Very nice. And so I'll get my hands on them and show you the different shapes and shades of them, the SK2, 3. Man, this thing just mows. What I can tell you, this is one of the, if you really want to push your honing skills with new razors as you become more proficient. This puppy is the benchmark if you want to test yourself. You can get that hair popping edge right from the toe all the way to the heel. Typically these razors are only done to about here, which is in line with the shoulder. I corrected, I actually take the edge all the way down, and that is because you want to get the concaves want to use the concave areas in your neck or your face easily. So I'll put in a link for my my karate shave, the light blue 14. But then if you hang on, when I'm done, I'm going to show you a new blue sapphire 14. Mirror polish, heavy bevel. Otherwise, I'll try to put out more videos, but time's not always the luxury. But I have come to realize that a lot of you found value in improving your own shaves, also improving your honing. I've already had a couple of people say that they've tried the Magura Black Arc and they're really impressed. And so for me, that keeps me motivated to put out these videos. Alright, one or two hairs I want to show you, steep angle. Just making sure it's right, there we go. So that was the 2-part shave with the SK1. I can take off the glasses now. There we go. I'm going to take a lot of the last bit of the soap out the brush for my post shave. I wish somebody with a good nose can describe the scent to me. Either way, I like it. It's not going to interfere with anything I do. Interesting though, I did see that this soap has got emu oil in. The heading says lamb tallow and emu oil. Now, I didn't see it in the ingredients list, most likely because it's under the biological name or whatever it is, chemical name. But emu oil is used to help accelerate absorption into the skin. The other thing I think I smell in this is tea tree. So that would make sense. If you've got emu oil in there, you want to, all this healthy skin stuff you've got in there, you want it to help accelerate and absorb into the skin. Because that's what a good soap must do. It just must not be slick, it must also provide excellent post-shave. Quality brush, good value for money. If you ever wanted to try Simpson's brush, get a best. This is a 24mm, not quite dense. Soft, and you would really enjoy this. I've also changed the video recording to I think 60 frames per second, so it would seem that the content might be smoother. massage this a bit into the skin. I'm going to let that sit and then I'm quickly going to clean the razor. That is obviously under hot water, as hot as my hands can handle. And that is to ensure you get all the soap and all the residue and all the slickness off it. Don't use too much warm water. I know heat is something that is required if you want to put the patina on a blade. I know with my kitchen knives, if I've worked with a protein, then I rinse them with boiling hot water. And that helps to accelerate the patina. So some soaps might have, I don't know, something in that could do that. I doubt it because you would feel it on your skin, but just consider the temperature you use when you do things. And then I'm not going to do the hair dryer. Maybe I will. What's it, 26 minutes. I talked about Mylichi diamond. Here's another one of two I've got in. This one with a pearl scales, square point. I think it's going to shave nice. So there's another one with brown goldish scales. There's the logo, so that's one of the diamonds. And then briefly I will put out toning and most likely a shave video with this Kurat, the new one I talked about, sapphire, mirror polish, shoulderless, and that heavy belly. We're going to hone this up. This comes from Ulrich. It was honed with tape, so we're just going to convert the edge to a natural and shave with it. Basically, Ulrich's razor spine is 6 mm thick, like most large razors. And then from the spine to the edge apex, it's roughly 22 millimeters. So that gives you a bevel angle if you don't use tape, which I'm doing, of pretty much a fraction under 16 degrees. You add tape on there, depending on the thickness of the tape. You might add half a degree, approaching a degree on there, which makes a difference. So the Kurat razors without tape for me sits around below 16 degrees, fraction below 16 degrees, which is an awesome angle. Shaves really nice. Very happy with that. I leave a slight bit of soap left, if I can put it that way, because there's all kinds of goodness in there, and that needs to get absorbed into the skin with the emo oil, and that over time will tell me how my skin reacts to it. Is it nice and soft, velvet soft, smooth, and that's it. So while my face is still damp, grooming department, this one's nearly done. Fortunately, I have got my backup that came with the Omnia. Thank you to the gentleman that did this for me. And then I quickly want to talk about colognes and stuff. So, I do not put aftershave on my skin. I used to. I don't anymore. I will either use Fernando's witch hazel splashes if I need to add something. Otherwise, I will just put on sunscreen once this is absorbed into my skin when I go out, especially in summer. So all the sweaty, smelly bacteria areas where odors form, I heat with the alum, I wet it, do my entire body where that's necessary, and then I put either cologne or aftershave on my chest, on my chest, in the back of my neck, and that's fundamentally it. It doesn't get on my face or neck. Put the cologne or aftershave in the areas that's, warm body parts. And that's all you need. As your body heats up, that cologne will just releasing the nice flavors, develop, and have you smelling nice for the rest of the day. I look quite intelligent with the glasses on. Thank you very much. The rest of the shave going forward, a couple of Japanese show and tells, and then we'll get into some of the other razor show and tell. Thank you for your time, I really appreciate it.